I want to start this video by asking you guys a question. What's the reason that you have for not starting something? You guys might have said something like procrastination or fear of what others might think or say. You might have said that you don't feel qualified, you don't feel capable, you don't feel like you're prepared enough to do that thing that you've been wanting to try. But what I heard was fear. Every single one of those answers are rooted in fear. Why do we procrastinate? Because just the thought, just thinking about it, of all the things that we got to do, of every single step that we got to take, of every single thing that we have to check off the list, of every single thing that we have to buy, of every single thing that it's so much. It seems so big. We get exhausted just thinking about it. We get overwhelmed just thinking about it. We get scared just thinking about it. How about when we're scared of what others might think? It's like we've boxed in ourselves with made up. These things are made up. And who made them up? We made them up. They never even said these things. But if we've already decided that they're going to think it's silly, that they're going to think it's dumb, that they're going to think that we don't have what it takes, that they're going to know that we don't know what we're doing. That's not only fear, that's imprisonment. How about when we feel as though we're not qualified to do that, or we're not capable to do that, or we're just not prepared? Like, I need to get more things before I even just think of starting that one thing. That's the same thing as procrastination, which equals to fear. You're focused on every step that needs to be taken instead of that one step that's right in front of you to take. But you start here. You start at the first step. Yeah, maybe you do have a lot to learn. Maybe there is a lot of steps that you have to take. There is a lot of doing. There is a lot of practice. There is a lot of consistency. There is a lot of mistakes that are going to happen. But worrying about the inevitable is truly madness. I feel it's right to say what I said in a previous video. Proverbs 20:24 says, God directs our steps. So why try to understand everything along the way? I don't think we were meant to dwell on these things. I don't think we were meant to worry. I don't think we were meant to just focus on every step that we have to take, understand every step. I don't think that I don't think that we were made to dwell on these things. God doesn't give us a long list of to-dos, a long checklist that we have to accomplish. He gives us that first step. And once he's gotten us through that first step, he'll give us the next step, and then the next step, and then the next step. So now I want to ask you, what if fear wasn't an issue? What would your life look like without fear? What would your art look like if fear didn't exist? What would your health look like? How would your music sound by now? What about your cooking? What about your homemaking? What about your communication skills? What about your healing process? Where would you be now if only you had started 3 years ago? If only you didn't give in to fear, where would you be now? What would your life look like now? We have authority over our time, how we choose to spend it. Am I going to choose fear, or am I going to choose power?